Alrighty, fellas, the game plan is simple when it comes to getting in shape and becoming the best version of yourself, okay? We all know to get on body game, to get the physique of your dreams. Simply put, what you got to do is you got to eat clean, make sure you're sleeping and getting rest, drinking water, and hitting the gym. And doing all of those things consistently, not starting and stopping, not starting and stopping. All right, you have to make those small decisions each day, and in conjunction with time, it's going to transform you radically. A lot of you guys are sitting at 25% body fat or whatever the case may be, just out of shape, or may be like, oh, I'm such a loser, I'm such a dork, or whatever the case may be. Bro, I'm gonna let you know something. If you just got in shape, it will change everything about you. It would change how you feel about yourself. It would change your aura, how you just walk throughout the day, how people will perceive you. I mean, how you look. Like, it changes everything. A lot of y'all are always thinking like, oh, I'm just chopped or this and that. Bro, get lean, get in shape, and I promise you, your face won't be chopped, bro. A lot of you guys don't even know what your highest, but you guys are thinking that, oh, I'm at my best, I'm at my potential, or I'm at my highest potential already. There is no going up from here. That is further from the truth, bro. Even as I've been on body game for quite a while, bro, I've continued to improve in body game and my life and how I feel about myself and just everything. It just continues to improve. All right. Everything just continues to improve the more that I just focus on becoming the best version of myself. All right. You guys are just simply not focused on how you can be better, but simply you're just focused on what you can get for who you are right now and being entitled and you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you guys, it pains me to know that I was this unaware, but a lot of you guys want to be with women. You guys like women, but you guys will refuse to become what women want. And for some reason, you guys think that you can't become something that women want, and that has already been set in stone, that you're just going to be chopped and cooked forever, when all actuality, bro, that's further from the truth, man. You can completely change your image. Like, you can look like a completely different person, bro, once you get on body game. Once you lower down your body fat percentage to where you're between like 10-15%, and once you got some decent muscle mass on you, bro, your clothes are going to look different. Your face is going to look different. All right. Your face is going to look, you're going to look so different, bro, because like when you drop weight, bro, I know you guys know this, but when you drop weight, your face changes because your face also retains weight. If you are 500 pounds, I'm going to be able to tell you're 500 pounds just based off your face. And I don't even have to look at the rest of your body. You know what I'm saying? I can tell if a guy is in shape just by looking at his face. Why? Because his face is lean. If his face is not round and is very structured, I can just go ahead and assume that, yeah, this person is at a healthy body fat percentage. They're not overweight. And you guys simply are not putting two and two together in regards to the reason what makes people attracted to certain individuals, and simply what is attractive is just health. Something that is healthy or looks healthy is something that is desirable. All right. People, when they see you that you're overweight, you're out of shape, they can tell that you're not the best version of yourself. They can tell that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not somebody who is worth pursuing. You can associate the type of person and the mindset an individual may have just based on their physical appearance. And a lot of you guys are just going to say like, oh, that's not true, that's fucked up, da 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 da. But it's true, bro. It's true. If it sounds like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it is a duck, bro. And it's not like anybody's trying to judge a book by its cover or anything like that, but generalizations are true. Yeah, there are some things as anomalies and nuance and shit like that, but we're just talking about generalizations. If you were fat, out of shape, it is accustomed to know that you are probably an individual that is not disciplined. You are probably an individual that doesn't pay attention to the details or care The things you probably say, oh, it doesn't matter. Anything that requires hard work, you probably say, no, I don't want to do it. And anything that is easy is something you will do. Usually people that are overweight are typically going to be a little bit more insecure, lower self-esteem. Why? Is because you even view yourself as somebody who is not at the best version of yourself, or unattractive, or whatever the case may be. And it's just so sad because you just want somebody to ignore that, when all actuality, we can see it on you. We can feel it off of you. You know what I mean? Like, we can feel that low self-esteem type energy whenever you go to the pool and you just will not take your shirt off. Like, we feel with that. We know what it is that you're thinking and how you're feeling when you do shit like that. We know how it feels, or we know whenever you be ordering shit on DoorDash or whatever the case may be at the drive-thru, making it seem like you're ordering a bunch of food for a bunch of fucking family, but in all actuality, we know it's all for you because you're just gluttonous. Why? Because your physique displays it. Your physique screams like, I'm gluttonous and I eat a lot. And you're ashamed of it. It's not something that you're proud of, yet you don't do anything to fix it. You live your life in shame. And I'm here to let y'all know, man, you don't have to live your life in shame anymore. Like, you can go ahead and tell yourself that it's okay if you feel this way about yourself. But what I'm here to do is tell you that the only way that you're going to feel good about yourself is if you give yourself the time, effort, and attention to better yourself essentially. All right? You guys can't stop. You guys got to stop looking to the external world to come in and satisfy you and satisfy your needs, or just accept you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want the world to accept you for who you are when all actuality, you don't even accept you for who you are? The reason why you don't accept you for who you are is because of your low self-esteem and your lack of confidence. You don't love yourself. And it's okay, man. Like, you're talking to a guy. Like, this is not a guy that's just get on here and just looking here to just shit on people. I'm just talking about how I used to view myself. Yeah. And so, I know you probably are like, if you're out of shape and you just want to live a better life because you just feel so dissatisfied with life, man, I'm going to let you know, man, you have to pour more energy into yourself. You have to hold yourself to the standard that it is that you want to live by. If you want to be that successful guy, that guy that doesn't really struggle in life, that guy that's at peace, got a nice lady on his arm, doesn't seem like he has very much worries, you got to do the shit that guy does. What does that guy do? That guy proactively plans his day. Instead of him looking to the world as to why the world hasn't given him everything that he wishes for, he's just going to go out there and put the work in and go get what he wished for. He realizes that the shit that he wished for, in actuality, it doesn't come from just wishing. It just comes from doing. He realizes that what's going to get him there is the actions that he decides to do every single day. He knows that if he consistently eats healthy and clean and he hits the gym for a year straight, he knows that from how he started that year to how he finished that year, he's going to have progress. And that's all he cares about, is just not trying to be perfect, but trying to progress. I'm not trying to talk to y'all boys about going from a bum to a Chad in like one day. That's not possible. That's not the mindset you should have. And because you're having that mindset, that's probably the reason as to why you don't want to, say, for example, put the work in, because you're over here trying to figure out how you can shoot one time and get the results over one day, a period, when in all actuality, this is a long game. You know what I'm saying? It's all about just becoming 1% better every single day. And I'm going to let you know what's going to make you happy throughout this process is whenever you're doing shit that you weren't doing before. Every single day you eat clean, when in all actuality what you used to do, you used to eat like shit, you used to eat a bunch of sugar. Like me, bro, I used to have a really bad donut problem. Every single day that I go without eating donuts, bro, I count that as a win, and I'm so proud of myself. And what that does is it gives me more confidence in myself. And then when I start seeing the results of my decisions by not eating donuts, I'm seeing my waist shrink, I'm seeing me getting leaner. That even makes me even more happy about myself. because I'm now seeing the physical results. And I have the belief in myself because I can actually do something that's hard. There was a point in time where I thought I couldn't put the donuts down. And I just said, man, I'm going to just fucking figure it out while eating the donuts. I'm going to just be the best version of myself, but still be that person that still eats donuts. I used to think that putting donuts down was not a thing, bro. I was like, nah, I love them too much, gang. But then I had to quickly change up how I was viewing myself. I was like, if I don't want to look like this anymore, I have to identify as somebody that does not need donuts anymore. You have to stop telling yourself that, like, oh man, it just tastes so good, so I just need it. No, gang. That's not it. You have to identify with yourself as somebody that does not do that shit. I used to always need to eat sugar or something sweet every single day before I got to bed, bro. Because it's just something that I refuse to hold down. And then the whole time, I'm feeling insecure about myself. And I feel real mad and insecure whenever there's a motherfucker that's shredded as fuck. And I'm like, oh, he taking steroids. Or he on some shit. No, that motherfucker's out there putting the work in, bro. That motherfucker is saying no to the shit that I'm saying yes to. He's not over there just turning to all the bullshit. That's me. I can look exactly how he looks if I had just said no to all those vices and those things that were just going to bring me instant gratification. If I just exercise some discipline. That's the guy you want to be. The guy that has all those things, that lives a life that is so good. That's the thing that separates him from you. It's just discipline. The reason why your life is the way it is because you made decisions that display a lack of discipline. When you can sit there and be like, man, I want to, but I'm not going to. And when you can actually make that decision, celebrate yourself. Let that be the proof that, man, I can do this. If you can go to the gym one time, then you should be having the belief, man, if I could do it one day, then there should be no excuse as to why I can't do it 180 days. Man, if I can eat clean for one day, there's no excuse as to why I should be able to eat clean for a week. Because simply put, all you have to do is just whatever you do in one single day, you can do it a second day. And the only reason why you don't is because you tell yourself that you can't. When in all actuality, you can. I can imagine you right now not eating clean, but eating clean on Monday and still living and being okay and being all right. And then eating clean on Tuesday, eating clean on Wednesday and still being all right. You know what I'm saying? You think you're not going to be all right because your cravings. You're like, oh no, the cravings are so deep and so hard. But this is the thing about cravings, bro. The reason why the cravings are so strong is because, one, you've trained your palate to become addicted to highly palatable food where chemical engineers designed to where they keep it addicting. These companies, these chemical engineers and all that shit, bro, their packets, they make profits banking on the fact that you can stay addicted. They're taking advantage of you. Their pockets are getting fat, and here you are feeling worse and worse about yourself. The cravings, man, what you got to do is not go cold turkey. I don't think you have to go cold turkey, but just dial it back and hold yourself accountable. Being like, yeah, man, I used to eat like like 4 Twinkies before bed. Motherfucker, I'm cool with you saying, all right, I'm going to eat 3 Twinkies before bed. And then next week or the next day, you'd be like, okay, I'm only eating 2. And then I'm only eating 1. And I'm going to let y'all know what's going to help that process is by eating foods that are that are healthy for you. Foods that are nutrient dense, whole foods, what they do is that not only are they healthier for you, but when you get the right amount of nutrients, it can kill all of those cravings. It can kill all of those bullshit, you know what I'm saying, cravings that you're getting. Me, I used to go on the craziest of like, I used to kill like half a dozen donuts in one sitting, bro. No problem. Like, my favorite donuts was the Publix, bro. I couldn't go in Publix without fucking, you know what I'm saying, getting a half a dozen glazed donuts, bro. I couldn't stop doing it. And so, like, a part of discipline is like, man, I know I like getting the donuts from Publix, bro. So I guess now I just got to start doing my shopping from Walmart. That's what I did now. I used to get all my Whole Foods and all my groceries from Publix because it was right down the street and it was easy and it was convenient, bro. I didn't have to go 20 minutes around across town to go to the Walmart. But that just shows you how much I'm willing to exercise the discipline and go the extra mile to becoming the best version of myself. It's because I'm saying I'm not even gonna fucking like put myself in that environment. I'm gonna in order for me to be the best version of myself, I can't put myself in situations where I would even feel tempted. And then I told myself, man, like, you know, I can't stop at any fast food restaurants anymore. Anytime you're hungry, you need to go home and eat. That's the standard that I set. No more of just, and I said, well, what's making me want to go out to eat in the first place is whenever I don't have food at the house. So what do I have to ensure that I do? Okay, I got to make sure that I keep enough whole foods at the house to ensure to the point to where I cannot even tell myself, oh, I got to eat out because I don't got no food at the house. If I were to go out and eat fast food, I would have to literally tell myself, bro, you're eating out and you know you got food at the crib and you know you're supposed to be eating that food at the crib. But me, I don't want to tell myself that because I've done that before. And every single time I've done that, bro, I felt worse about myself. I viewed myself as a failure. I viewed myself as like having a lot of shame. And so to prevent myself from feeling so bad about myself, I got to do the shit that makes me feel the best about myself. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that I love my favorite part about a day is whenever I start the day. Because the morning reflects exactly how I performed the day previously. Guys, I'm like sub 12% body fat. And whenever I don't eat the right shit, bro, I can tell on my physique. Like my abs don't show up as much. My muscle separation is not as prominent. And when I look at my body not being the best it can be, I started thinking like, fuck, man, I don't look as good. And the only reason why I say that is because I've seen myself look better. And so when I do the right things, bro, and I wake up in the morning, I see my fucking striations in my shoulders. I can see the fucking cuts in my obliques. I can see how deep my abs are just off the wake up. When you're lean, bro, with a V-taper physique and you're like shredded, bro, it's crazy, bro, because that's when you look like you're on a pump. That's like when you wake up, you look like you just like got done working out. See, the former version of myself, I used to hate looking at myself in the mirror because I wasn't lean, bro. I wasn't in the best shape I possibly can be. And I was always eating goofy shit at night. And because of that, I always looked so shitty in the morning. But now since I've seen myself do it once, like been able to eat clean consistently and then get lean and then wake up looking great, not looking flat, but looking great. That right there tells me what I can achieve and what I'm capable of. And so whenever I don't do it, I feel bad because I know I'm not being the best version of myself. That's how I feel, and that's the standard that you just got to hold yourself accountable to. You know, you guys don't even realize that the cycle that you're in, but you feel so bad about yourself. And because you feel so bad about yourself, you lean into your vices and lean more into the bullshit even more. And it's making you feel even worse about yourself. And then because you're feeling even worse about yourself, you just lean into the vices even more. It just keeps adding on. That's why you will never, if you are overweight, that's why, and you continue to do the same shit that got you overweight, that's why you're not going to stay at an XL. That's why you're going to go from an XL to a double XL. And then eventually you're going to go from a double XL to a triple XL. These are facts. Because why? Is because the compound effect is having its way with your negative decision making. And you're just becoming a worse and worse and worse version of yourself. And I'm going to let y'all know something. The compound effect applies in the same way positively. The more that you continue to make lean, in shape decisions every single day, the more you're just going to become a lean, in shape individual. And I'm going to let y'all know, man, it is levels to this shit. It is levels to this shit when it comes to being the guy that's been working out for 3 months versus being the guy that's been working out for 6 months, 9 months. The guy that's been working out for a year that's compared to the guy that's been working out for 4 years. I'm not saying that to compare yourself to anybody, but I'm just thinking about the version of you. Think about it right now today. If you had decided to eat clean, okay, cool, you in shape for 1 week. All right, think about how cold the motherfucker or the version of you that would be able to do this shit for 6 months straight. Think about how much better he would feel. Think about how much of a better headspace he would be in. Think about how much his self-esteem would have increased. Think about how much his confidence would have increased. Think about how he's able to now get more things done and accomplish more goals and set his mind to doing more things, all simply because he's got the confidence in himself to do hard things because he's been doing it for the past 6 months. He didn't quit. And that's exactly what's going to happen when you get on Body Game, is that, like, damn, bro, if I got the ability to control myself, have discipline, and apply it into making sure that I'm good physically, bro, you can apply it to every single area of your life. If you wanted to start a business, bro, business owners, entrepreneurs, it was going to require you to have discipline. You go from thinking like, oh, I can't be a business owner, to the point to where it's like, when you get in shape and you get on Body Game, you really don't think that there's nothing that you can't do. Why is that? Is because you truly have confidence in yourself, because you've seen yourself put the work in. You see a lot of people and be like, oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, that's risky and shit like that. But you're like, but the reason why they're saying that is because they're not willing to put the work in. They're not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to stay consistent. They're not willing to stay disciplined. That's all it is. It's not hard. It's just a game down to see who's, well, it is hard, but it just comes down to who's saying, like, I'm not going to back down just because I'm hard, because it's hard. That's what what indicators come off of a guy that's on Body Game, is a motherfucker that can just do hard shit. A motherfucker that can do shit that a lot of people can't do. That's attractive. That's desirable. That means you have something that a lot of people don't have. That's what makes you stand out. If you want to live a life like everybody else and you just want to fix in with the mix, then okay, cool. But don't be crying about, oh, I wish somebody would just see me for my personality and shit like that and da-da-da-do. Your personality displays that there's nothing special about you, because you just do the same shit that everybody else does. You don't hold yourself to a different standard. What's special about being the same as everybody else? See, that's the thing, man. A lot of y'all think like, oh man, working out every single day, I don't know. That sounds tough, man. I don't know if I can do it. That's what most people think like. That's what most people think like. But I'm going to let y'all know, man, when I started working out, I said, man, I think I can do this. I said, bro, I think I can really get buff one day. I really think I can be that guy that's got that Greek god physique. I knew that from day one. Reason why is because I saw other motherfuckers doing it, bro. And I never was a person that'd be like, oh man, it must be lucky for them to be able to get it. I know that despite no matter how hard I worked and how much I hit the gym and trained and shit like that, I would never get in shape. Motherfucker, if you did the same shit that they would be doing, bro, you would be right there with them. That's the mindset you gotta have. You gotta stop thinking like, oh my, that like it's not gonna work for me. No, I need you to understand that it will work for you if you put the work in. And I need you to understand that the reason as to why you don't have it is because you won't go out there and get it, motherfucker. You need to know that the reason why you're not on Body Game, the reason why you're not in shape, is all because of your fault, because of your decision making. But you can go ahead and correct your mistakes. It's never too late. You still here, bro. You still got plenty of life to live, gang. You can make a turnaround right now. You know how, like the game, like you guys know the sports team, and like let's say for example the team started losing in the first quarter, bro, and then they decided, you know what, man, let's lock the fuck in, and then they came back. It's one thing to win the game, but it feels even sweeter because you know where you started from. You knew that you hit rock bottom. You knew that your back was against the wall. You knew that you was in the gutter. That's what's gonna make it 10 times. That's what's gonna make it feel even better, is because you didn't look at that situation and being like, oh, I'm gonna let it defeat you. Think about how cold of a motherfucker you gotta be to be like, nah, I'm not gonna let something defeat me. And then you rise up to the challenge and you go out there and you defeat that motherfucker, bro. That can be you. That can be your story, bro. See, me, I used to be chopped. You can start, like I told in my video, go to my post in my YouTube channel. You guys, if you want to see my transformation, you interested in seeing my transformation, go on my homepage and scroll to the bottom of my homepage. And you'll see my post. And you'll see the caption saying, if I can do it, so can you. And you'll see where I started from. And I just sit there and I'm just so thankful and I'm so fulfilled knowing where I started from and where I'm at right now today, man. I know that the work does what the work does. The work is if you do the work, there will be a reward. If you gave it everything you got, how can you not succeed, bro? It's not possible. If you did it everything you possibly could, you were intentional about everything. You paid attention to the details. You sacrificed. You've been consistent. How the fuck can you not succeed? It's not possible. And that's literally what's separating you from being on Body Game.